5-3 inequalities in one triangle. Angle inequalities. So the definition of inequality is that for any real numbers a and b, a is greater than b if and only if there is a positive number c such that a equals b plus c. Basically saying that if I have two numbers, the larger one has to be equal to the smaller one plus something. So if I have the number 5 and I have the number 2, 2 plus something is what's making 5. So that means that 5 is going to be bigger. So when I have 5 equals, say, 2 plus 3, 5 has to be bigger than 2, and 5 has to be bigger than 3 in order to add those together to get that 5. So we can see different types of properties in our inequalities. One's the comparison one, and that just says we can show that something's less than, or that something's equal to, or that something's greater than. But then we have the transitive property, and the transitive property says that if A is less than B and B is less than C, then I can assume that A is less than C. And that's really because I'm kind of squishing these two inequalities together and saying A is less than B, B is less than C, so I can just say that A is less than C. And I'm doing the same thing with the greater than symbol. Then we have the addition and the subtraction properties of inequality, and what that's saying, and you have that from Algebra 1, is that just like an equation, as long as I am adding or subtracting the same thing to both sides, nothing is changing. The inequality is still true. So for example, if I say that, I don't know, that 5 is less than 7. If I add 2 to both sides, this is still a less than inequality. 7 is less than 9, and it is still true. That's your addition property of inequality. Our angle side inequalities, if one side of a triangle is longer than another side, then the angle opposite the longer side has a greater measure than the angle opposite the shorter side. So here's what's basically happening. I see that BC is the shortest side of this triangle. So this is our shortest side. That means the angle directly across from it, which would be angle A, is our smallest angle. Same goes for largest. Our largest side is AC. So this is my largest side. So that means that B is our largest angle. And if you notice, they are opposite one another. So what we can do is really put these in order. We can figure out, okay, which one's going to be the biggest angle based on the sides, or the biggest side based on the angles. So here we want to list our angles from smallest to largest. And even though I don't know the degree measure, I can say which one by angle A, angle B, angle C. So from smallest to largest, if I'm starting with the smallest, I want to start with the smallest side. So AB is the smallest side at 11.1 units, which means angle C is our smallest angle. Then we want the middle one. So the middle number here is going to be that 14.3, which is across from angle A. And then lastly, our largest is 15.7, which is across from angle B. So our order from smallest to largest is angle C, angle A, angle B. Listing from shortest to longest on sides, same concept, just start with the angles. So the smallest angle is 45 degrees. That means that our smallest side is going to be, even though it is not drawn to scale, our smallest side here is AC. The middle angle is 55 degrees, which means that our middle side is AB. Again, not drawn to scale. We're just going by the numbers. And then lastly, we have 80 degrees up here, which is our largest, which means this side is our largest or longest. Find the largest angle in the diagram here. So when we're looking at our angles, again, we're looking for our largest side. 14 is our largest side, even though there's a couple of triangles going on here. 14 is the largest number I'm seeing, which means that this is the largest angle. So angle D is our largest. All right, or actually, I guess I should be more specific. It's angle ADC. That way we know which part of angle D we're talking about this angle here. All right. List the angles from smallest to largest. 1, 2, and 3 are the names of the angles, not the degrees. So again, smallest side is 11, so angle 1. Then the next smallest side is this 12, so angle 2. And then our last is 17, so that's angle 3. And again, name the longest side. So we're going to go based on these degrees. The longest side is across from the largest angle, which is 95 degrees, making this our longest side of B.